This is Hassan Pajouhesh from HP's Kitchen. Today I will be showing you how to make Karafs Khoresht, which is a celery stew. I have the ingredients over here. It's very simple to make. We have 1 onion, medium size, about 1.25 pounds meat, stewing meat, about the same amount as meat, celery, 1 bunch of parsley, and almost a little less than a bunch of mint. We also have turmeric, salt, and pepper, and we have 1 lemon. That's all we need. So let's get it started. We need to actually start browning the meat and browning the onion. But we don't want the onion to be browned too much, because if we do, it actually becomes bitter. Okay, let's take these to the stove. Going to add a little, I'm using canola oil. I would not recommend using olive oil, because the chemistry of olive oil changes in high heat and it becomes unhealthy rather than healthy. So please be aware of that. Here is the meat. I will be frying this one to some extent. And I will fry the onion. Okay, while they are getting fried, I would like to cut the celery and chop the parsley and also the mint. The celery has got these strings in it, so sometimes I would recommend for a larger stalks to break the celery in half and then start pulling whatever you can pull and remove these. You don't necessarily have to do that, but it is not a bad idea because these are very tough to cook. Okay, for the purpose I just showed you how to do that, but I will not be doing it for all of them. I will be separating the celery leaves and we will be using it. That's it. Right there. Okay. All right, we're going to chop the celery not into a very small pieces. I'm going at about 45-degree angle. Okay. Here are the celery leaves. I will chop them in one direction, then I kind of turn them in another direction and go again. We'll do the same thing with mint. You don't want too much mint because it will make it a little bitter and too much of a mint taste. So, and we do the same thing with the parsley. Okay. All right, here our onions are getting a little color, and the meat we're cooking to get a little brown, and I would like to get most of the juice out and cook before we start with putting the rest of the stuff in water. Okay, our onion is about ready. I really do not want it to get any more brown than this, because when it gets to be too brown it becomes bitter. All of the water from the meat has gone, so we're ready to add other ingredients. I have 2 cups of water. I do not want to put too much water, more than 2.5 cups maximum, for about 1 1/4 of a pound of meat. Just enough to cover it. And we'll lower the heat to about medium or even medium low, because we don't want all the water to boil, so we have to keep adding water to it, because then the taste becomes degraded. At this time we'll add the onions. Have 1 teaspoon of pepper, black pepper, about almost a teaspoon of salt, but you can adjust these to your taste. So I'm putting about 1 teaspoon of salt and about a teaspoon of turmeric. Okay, we will put the cover on and let it simmer at about medium low to medium for about an hour for the meat to cook to some extent, and then we will add the celery and the vegetables. So we will get back to you after 1 hour. It's been about a little over an hour that the meat has been cooking, and it's almost soft. You can see not quite tender, but almost soft. Now it's time to go ahead and add the vegetables. And the reason we put 2 cups of water is because the celery has lot of water, and the vegetable has water, so we don't want to add way too much water so that the stew becomes really watery. So I will add the same amount as the meat of cut celeries. Here we have the parsley, we have the mint, and we have the celery greens. We will add all that. Okay. That's pretty much it. We have to let it stay on the stove at a medium or medium-low heat for another 2.5 hours for everything to fall, and we can mix it a couple of times in between. Okay? Okay, it's been about 2.5 hours since we put the vegetables in here, and it's been cooking in a very slow, medium-low heat. It is perfectly fine, and as you can see, there is enough juice in the Khoresht that it does not need any additional water. At this time, toward the end, just before we serve it, we'll squeeze in a lemon. I have already taken the seeds out. And okay. Okay. All right, here it is. This is the final product, and also it looks very nice. We do not have a rice, but you could put that on a rice and enjoy it. Also, as a byproduct of this, when we cut the celery, you can go ahead, cut a little bit from the bottom, stick in a few toothpicks, and put some water in a dish and put the bottom of the celery in the water. After a few days, you will see that you get roots and also brand new celery stalks coming up. You can also take that in summertime and put it in the ground and have a celery plant. Okay, enjoy, and I hope you tune back. Thank you.